What's up, homies? Back at the garage. Read this devotional today. The devotional is from the Bible app and it's called The Kingdom Driven Entrepreneur. So the devotional itself on the Bible app is focused on Christian entrepreneurs, but I believe that the messages in it are actually super beneficial for almost anybody because it has so much to do with values and integrity and following up on your words and your values with your performance, especially when it's to glorify God. So I think that it can actually benefit almost anybody who might be goal driven or you just want to develop as a performer in general. So I think that it would be cool if you checked it out. Here's the paragraph. It's so good that I wrote it all down. I wanted to share this paragraph with you because I think that there's so many parts to this that are so dope. Experiencing God's best means allowing promotion to come from the Lord and His timing. What you force through your grind to create, you will have to maintain yourself. This easily leads to stress, pride, and destruction across multiple areas of your life. God gets no glory from that, and you delay, or even worse, forfeit His best, which exceeds all you can ever ask, think, or even imagine. On the other hand, where God gives favor and promotes you, He will sustain you. Not only that, but God will shine the light and compel others to get involved for your benefit. Your job is to work in excellence and diligence as unto the Lord, sowing seeds as you're led. Those are seeds sown, and they will reap a harvest. I thought this was super dope because I think that a lot of high performers, especially athletes or entrepreneurs or just goal-driven people in general, so easily can be tempted to lead our lives and our grind and our hustle to our own human capabilities. But that's where it says that as we lead with human capabilities, then that means that everything that we hustle for also then becomes our stress and our burden. And yes, you might say that, Jiggy, that's what it takes. That's what it takes to be a leader. That's what it takes to take responsibility for the success that you embark in your life. But at the end of the day, why do it on our own? Why take on the stress and the burden when we don't have to, when we can all give it up to God instead? The good news here is that it turns out that God actually wants good for us. He wants the best for us too. And therefore, if we gave God a chance, God will actually give us His best, which is actually completely crazy, doesn't make any sense, crazy miracles, unfathomable to our understanding, to our capability, to even our imagination. So if we were to then take our work ethic and then include God into the vision and our hustle, imagine the opportunities that can embark in our journey. Imagine the greater success that we might be able to achieve with God's help. What I also love about this is that not only does this remind us that really, we ain't shit. Like human beings ourselves on our own, we ain't shit. We must include God into our work. He will actually compel others to get involved for our benefit. That just goes to show that really, truly, as much as everybody can say that they're fucking self-made, the greater success, the greater glory of God can truly be celebrated when we are able to bring others along. If we put our ego and pride aside to call ourselves so-called self-made, which can actually leave a greater chance for burnout because we do it on ourselves, why not actually include others into our visions, those who actually want to help us and want to support us, want to encourage us because they might see the God in us. They might see the God in our future. They might see the God in our vision. So why not include those other people? But even if we don't want to, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter because God's going to bring those people on anyway. So it turns out that if we might be somebody who's like looking for a team, looking for a support group or accountability partners, if we ask that for God, that might be something that we need, God will bring the perfect person and the perfect people for us. And He will create the team for us who might actually also fulfill our weaknesses. Because again, putting our pride and ego aside, each of us have weaknesses. We might fall short on certain skills or understanding and things like that. Why not just give it on to somebody else who actually want to do those things, thrive in those things? That's their chance to also do their God's work with our shared vision. When we are able to invite God and give God a chance to show off too, because God loves to show off. God is an and then some God. God doesn't just provide us with what we need. He gives us what we need and then some. He might actually be able to use our needs as an opportunity by filling our needs to then also fill other people's needs around us as well. Like, God just loves to show off if we give him a chance to. If we then have this fruit that the world is able to see, and then everybody's like, how is it that this person is able to work in such high performance level, but at the same time it has the humility to be able to give others the opportunity, give others jobs, or encourage others to go after their dreams, or maybe they can sow on to us too, and then through that too we are able to glorify God. That's truly what the kingdom driven entrepreneur is, because when we are entrepreneurs and when we are Christian entrepreneurs, it's not just about us. If we're kingdom driven, we are using our businesses, our gifts, our talents. Every chance is an opportunity to glorify God, and that's how we are able to bring others into maybe the kingdom as well. Maybe my secret sauce, my secret key to success is God and staying humble and glorifying God. Then maybe others will get curious, because at the end of the day, like, our jobs or even maybe our ability is not really the ability to bring people to God, but it's also the focus, because that's such a big responsibility. But like, who am I to say, like, I'm gonna bring everybody to God? Like, I don't know that. But maybe I can spark the curiosity, and I think that curiosity at the end of the day can be really important too. And once that curiosity sparks, maybe God will then take care of the rest. It also mentions Matthew chapter 23 verse 12. It says, "For those who exalt themselves will be humbled, and those who humble themselves will be exalted." Again, we ain't shit, and we can't ever possibly lie to the world and say that we are self-made and did it on our own, because if we do, God will put us into our place and he will take away everything from us. The question that I have for you guys as I leave this video is, what is possible if you gave God a chance? Like, you might be working really hard right now, but what further success might you be able to see if you gave God a chance? We can't just wait around and say that, oh, God's gonna work into this. What if we actually asked him for that help, but also made space for that so that he can work too? Thanks for watching.
Period.